Hi, everybody. It's Kira and Amelia here from Journey to Christmasland. And as you know, this isn't our first Christmasland podcast. This is actually version 2. We've got an older version of Very Merry podcast where we've done a lot of other great work in the past. And so for the Christmas season, we're going to take a break like the rest of you and enjoy our families, but we're not going to leave you empty handed. We've decided to go ahead and replay some of our older episodes from our old podcast, some of our favorites. So the first episode, replay episode you will hear over the Christmas holidays is one of our favorites, Amelia, 5-Star Christmas.
Yes, we watched 5-Star Christmas quite a while ago, but it has been one that we mention all the time. So when you hear us talk about hot sassafras, this is where that comes from. Hot Sassafras is what we call one of the main characters, played by Victor Webster, and you'll find out why when you listen to this episode. And this movie, it's a little bit different than the traditional Hallmark movie because it is laugh out loud funny. It still has a lot of the rom-com kind of feel to it, but it's maybe a little bit heavier on the com part of it. I don't know. It's pretty romantic, but it is so funny and so good. It's one that I bought so I can just watch it whenever. I watch it every Christmas. Hilarious. So good. I wish they'd make a sequel. I love it. I think everyone's going to love it.
Journey to Christmasland listeners will recognize the lead actress, Bethany Joy Lenz, who was in one of our first episodes of the season, one of them,
Biltmore
Christmas.
Yeah.
We've got so many Christmas names floating around in our heads.
Yes.
But this really was one of our favorite movies to watch. Genuinely funny. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely go watch it.
Go watch it and then come listen.
And then come listen. And if you have a newbie to Christmasland, like a new Hallmark or Christmasland like person who doesn't watch these movies, this is a great movie to introduce them because it's genuinely entertaining. I'm so excited to be able to just provide it for the listeners for this Christmas.
Yes.
So
have fun.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoy a 5-Star Christmas, also known as Hot Sassafras. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Who is also the host of Growing Patriots. Amelia, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
How are you doing this week, today? We're recording like multiple times a week. I don't know. I keep thinking week to week.
It's good. I'm about to start wrapping presents, so it's about to get really Christmassy up in here.
Oh, man. I had to rush out yesterday, and I do this every year. I forget that my mom lives on an island in Canada. And so I keep thinking, I'll send her presents like a week before Christmas, but it takes like 3 weeks to get stuff there.
Yeah.
So the other day I was running around like a mad person, just getting something in the mail to her because she's all alone this Christmas. She's isolating and she's in a country that I can't visit right now. So I wanted her to have something for Christmas. Hopefully it'll come through, but I'm not a very responsible person. Anyways, let's get right into this because we've got a lot to talk about today and our time is limited. I've been, as always, watching Hallmark, and it's so cute because this week my husband's not been feeling well. And so he's been home from work and watching TV, and I came upstairs the other day and he was taking a nap and he was watching the Hallmark Channel.
See, the men secretly love it.
They do.
I actually discovered the Hallmark Channel through my dad because he had been watching it and loving it. And so he got my mom into it. And then I was home for a visit for something, 10 years ago. And we started watching them. And
now you guys all watch together. You guys are like a little club.
Yeah, we are. So I'm all about it. And I think that men secretly love Hallmark. Some of them are man enough to admit it. Some are a little shy. But I think that we need to tell the men of the world that it's okay to love Hallmark. We know you do anyway.
Well, speaking of, there was a really offensive article in the New York Post yesterday. I mean, oh my goodness, I just about lit the internet on fire. A guy named Johnny Oleksinski wrote an op-ed titled "Horrible Hallmark Movies Have Been Torturing Viewers for 20 Years." It was,
well, how long? And that column has been torturing us for 24 hours.
It has been. I would like to cancel Johnny Oleksinski.
Exactly. I'm not into cancel culture, but that guy's going down.
He says, Bah humbug, I say. December 17th, 2000 was a KT extinction event for enjoyable Christmas movies. And that little film, he's talking about the very first Hallmark Christmas film, starring John Boy from the Waltons, ushered in an era in which, as the weather gets colder, the American public gets dumber because they gorge themselves on Hallmark's asinine Christ mush. A whole month before shopping malls put Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You on repeat, Hallmark Channel is already showing its wintry movies around the clock. In freaking October. Yeah, Johnny, it's awesome. Even worse, the tasteless tradition has started spreading to streaming services. Yes.
Excuse me?
This guy.
Excuse me.
This guy.
Talk about tasteless.
We need to start a petition to have him removed from the New York Post and Life. He should never work again, in my opinion.
No. Mm-mm.
He says, even worse, the tasteless tradition has started spreading to streaming services such as Netflix and Disney Plus and has grown out of control. Schlock has replaced decent Christmas movies as the main event. And then he goes on to quote better Christmas movies like It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street. I guess we're just supposed to keep watching those movies over and over again.
Well, and I do watch those movies every single year. But that doesn't mean that I can't watch 539 Hallmark movies too. I've got time, Johnny. I have time for Christmas. I'm sorry that you don't.
He said, and then he goes on to complain that the movies are all the same movie. Like, yeah,
okay,
we know.
Yeah, we know.
Johnny,
but they're also all very original.
No, it's true. Johnny needs like a dose of the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, he needs to be like...
He needs to lighten up and just embrace it.
Yeah, he needs to be visited by like a ghost after he goes to sleep tonight. Yes, a ghost of Christmas past. Mm-hmm. And then they need to take him through his whole life to show him why he's so damn bitter. Johnny, we like Hallmark and we're intelligent people. We don't think it's a dumbing down of America. And, you know, if we want to be a little more serious about this discussion, Amelia, I kind of think what's attractive to people about Hallmark movies is the same thing that he finds attractive about movies like Miracle on 34th Street. They're comforting. They feel like comfort food. They feel warm.
Yeah. The world is stressful enough. We want our Hallmark movie. We want it to be predictable and wonderful and feel good. And that's enough. That's fine.
That is
okay
enough.
To like those things.
Yeah, it is enough. Like life, especially 2020, life is unpredictable enough. What's wrong with sitting down to a movie where I know that the people I want to be together are going to get together at the end, where people get what they want, where people love each other, no one's arguing over politics at the dinner table, and it's beautiful people to look at. It's
a lovely escape into the world of Hallmark. And I don't feel bad about it.
Yes, I'm officially denouncing Johnny Oleksinski.
We denounce you, sir.
We denounce you.
You've been denounced.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with the movies this week.
Okay.
I watched a movie that I actually quite enjoy. I always qualify them with I actually quite enjoyed them. I enjoy them all. I don't know why I feel the need to make people to reiterate that I enjoy it.
And now for something completely different, I enjoyed it.
I have a movie here. Let me see. I made sure to pull up the cast list. Okay. The movie I watched this week that I really liked was A 5-Star Christmas. It's a new one this season, and it stars Bethany Joy Lenz.
Okay. I know her.
Yeah. And Victor Webster, who I've never seen.
I like him.
I've never seen him in Hallmark before.
I'm not sure if he's been in, maybe he hasn't been in Christmas ones before. He's been in lots of the summer ones.
Okay, well, he was very manly. He was very masculine.
He
is. I was a little bit surprised. He was like usually, he was more masculine than
all of the other ones combined.
Yeah, probably anyone that I've seen. Let's see. So the movie is about a family who meets for Christmas, and Bethany Joy Lenz plays Lucy. And are there any Christmas names in here? No, there are no Christmas names in here. Hallmark, you're slacking. Bring back the Christmas names. She's Lucy. Victor Webster plays Jake, the love interest. And Lucy's going home for Christmas. She's going to meet up with her brothers and sisters at her family home in, I didn't catch the location. It doesn't matter. It's a wintry location. And the family home is a beautiful big cabin that her dad bought because he was a park ranger. So he bought it like in the middle of kind of small town, woodsy mountain area.
Okay.
Lucy loves Christmas. She is like, the movie opens up with her getting ready to leave the office, and she's grabbing things and this and that, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and she's got her red on, and she's so excited, and she gets in her car. So I'm driving up to the mountains to see my family, and she's going to meet her brother, her little sister, and her brother and his wife and her dad and her grandpa. They're all going to be there. So she drives, and on the way she stops at her favorite candy store to get a very special Sassafras candy cane.
Ooh,
which
okay.
sounds disgusting. But
it really does.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever tasted sassafras, but it's like an
I have,
herb.
and that does not sound good to me.
It does not sound good for a candy cane. But I guess this is the device that we use to have them meet cute. So she goes to the corner to the candy store and says, "Hello, Mr. Candy Store owner. I'm back in town. Do you have sassafras candy?" He said, "I think there's only one left." And she reaches into the jar to get the candy cane. What do you think happens?
I think somebody else reaches into the jar and their hands touch.
Yeah. How did you know?
I'm just really good at this.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what happened. I don't know, can you believe it? Two people wanted the same candy cane at the same time.
Wild.
Yes, and it turns out to be this guy who will be her love interest. And they have a test of wills over the candy cane. They decide to do a trivia contest for it. Whoever knows the most about sassafras wins the candy cane. Yeah.
Well, I would lose that in an instant.
Well, they were
I know
both
nothing about sassafras.
They were both incredibly knowledgeable about sassafras. And he won. And so she insisted that he take the candy cane, tried to give it to her, but she said no. And then in the end, he ended up leaving it for her. So that's how she meets our love interest. She continues on her way. They say goodbye. Of course, she thinks she's never going to see him again.
Why would she?
No, what a random meeting. And she goes up to her family's cabin, which is gorgeous, which is actually a location I think that Hallmark uses a lot. I've seen this building in a few things. And her father, in their absence, has turned it into a bed and breakfast. Not telling anyone in the family. They just arrive for Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah. They just arrive.
Okay.
And she's like, there's a sign out front, and she goes in. She's like, wait, what is going on? Do I live here? Do I have a room? And he's like, well, yes, your room is the pine cone room or whatever. And,
Oh my goodness.
and he was like, you can stay as long as you want. Just put your
I
bags
would
in
honestly be
storage."
so mad.
I know. I was like, wait, that's
I'm
kinda
going home for
crappy.
Christmas. I wasn't prepared for this.
No, totally. And this actress I actually really liked. She was really good. And she really sold that incredulous kind of what? Because that's what I was doing. And then, of course, every person that comes in has the same reaction. Her brother and sister-in-law, and then her little sister who's in college. And the father says, look, your mom died 15 years ago, and this house is big and empty. I'm retired from the park ranger service, and I just wanted something to do. So I thought I'd turn it into a bed and breakfast. And so come to find out, as often happens in the Hallmark universe, the dad had done all of the work to renovate the house and the rooms, but nothing else. He had no staff. He had no website. He had no cook.
How did he have guests?
He didn't have any guests at the
Oh, he didn't. I was picturing there were all these strangers running around and no one to help them.
No, well, that was the thing. They came in and they were like, Dad, how could you do this? And he was like, well, I did it, and now I can't believe that I don't have any guests, and this is going to go under. It's like, but I don't have a website. I don't have anything. And so, of course, the family's like, okay, well, we can't lose the family home. Dad, this is the device of this plot, that the family home is going to be lost because he sunk all of this into the bank's going to come repossess it. And he didn't even have a website. And in fact,
That's
Dad
rough.
was a complete dummy because he said, I heard I need to go get something called a domain. So I was like, okay, Dad, way to go. Completely rip your kids' childhoods from them.
Right.
With no
then-
plans.
Right.
So the plot becomes the family has got to rally to try to get some guests for the holiday season. they kind of look at travel review blogs, and they find that the premier travel reviewer, I think they named it B something, B Turner, is supposed to be in town, and they wonder if, if they can, maybe B Turner's coming here, maybe.
I bet he coincidentally has a lot of knowledge about sassafras.
Oh, spoilers.
Oh, it was just a guess. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got it right.
Also, I don't know how they thought B Turner was going to get there with no website and absolutely no idea that this bed and breakfast exists. But they thought, okay, so they're like, oh, B Turner, she's the premier travel writer. She said she's in town. I bet she's coming here. And at that moment, a car breaks down outside the bed and breakfast.
What?
Yeah. The whole family, including Grandpa. We've got a silly, absent-minded Grandpa. I have to say, this movie actually gave me some genuine laughs. There was actually some really legit funny moments in it, and the Grandpa had a lot of them. He just was so silly. But they go out, and there's this older woman, kind of Dad's age, and her car's broken down conveniently in front of the bed and breakfast. And she says, I just need a phone. My cell phone service doesn't work. I'll get roadside assistance and be on my way. And of course, Dad, she's very attractive, middle-aged woman. And then Dad says, well, you're at a bed and breakfast. Why don't you just stay here for a little bit and I'll fix your car and you can get on your way in the morning.
Oh, bed and breakfast and mechanical repair.
Yeah, Dad can do it all. He just doesn't know what a domain name is.
He just hasn't told anybody.
Right.
To do it.
So she's on her way up to Maine to see cousins for Christmas. Hint, hint, wink, wink. She pulls her bag out, and she has the initials BT on her bag. So immediately the daughter says, this is the woman. We've got to do everything we can. So immediately they're like, this family is now the staff of the bed and breakfast, and we can't let people know that it's a family operation because for some reason, I don't know why they
like
thought.
Every other bed and breakfast.
Right, that's what I thought. They were like, no, it'll be unprofessional. So they all start faking things. The daughter fakes, the daughter says she is the daughter, but then she says, like, I'm also a manager here. The husband and wife become guests and take on... They're planning to go traveling around the world pretty soon, and so they take on this kind of fancy European persona, like, oh, we're so fancy. It was actually kind of funny, and they're like awkwardly trying to be very sophisticated. The Grandpa becomes the maintenance guy, and the little sister becomes the cook. But they're like, but you're like 19 years old. You've changed your major 8 times in college. Like, you can't be the cook. But she's like, what else can I be? You all need someone to cook. We're in a bind. So that's how that goes. The whole family is faking that they're just staff or guests at this thing.
Okay.
She comes in, she books in for the night, and lo and behold, one more guest pops up. Who do you think?
Sassafras.
Sassafras pulls up.
Hot sassafras.
Hot sassafras pulls up. He'd heard about the bed and breakfast by word of mouth. Do you have a room? Well, naturally. And the shenanigans ensue. And they spend the whole Christmas vacation trying to convince these people that this is a very tight operation, a very well-run bed and breakfast. Lots of misunderstandings ensue. But Sassafras and our protagonist Lucy really develop quite a connection.
What?
Yeah, this one was interesting because their love story actually, the kiss came still a half hour before the end of the movie.
Oh,
yeah, they got together kind of before the end of the movie, and it all blows up at the big Christmas festival that right they're helping to plan because they want to give their guests a good time, so they're taking them into town. And at the final night, like the whole family's like, we want to go to the Christmas festival. This is the whole reason we go. And she says, you can't go because if you go, everyone in town will recognize you.
Right.
And our cover will be blown. So everybody has to stay home this year. I'll take the guests. Me and Dad will take the guests. and we'll do this. Well, of course, no one listens. Everyone shows up in town, which actually made for some genuinely funny moments where she's trying to keep the lid on things, and they're just all about enjoying themselves and being goofy. It was good. I actually
I'm gonna have to watch this one.
It's a good one. You'll enjoy it. And in the end, their cover gets their cover doesn't get blown at that moment, but they manage to keep a lid on it. They all go back for a little bit of Christmas dinner or pre-Christmas dinner, and everyone's having a great time around the table. She's kissed this guy. It's obvious they're into each other. It's obvious Dad and fake travel writer are into each other.
Okay.
And everything's looking good. So they go back for a nice dinner, and a circuit pops. So Lucy says, "Oh, I'll get the circuit. Don't worry." And for some reason, the circuit breaker is in Sassafras's room.
Oh.
So she's got to go into his room to flip the switch. And of course, his computer is open. And he's writing the travel blog.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and he didn't really get to finish. He just started writing like, "I found this quaint little thing out of the way with an oddball family," and she was just furious.
Oh, the devastation.
Yeah, and when she came downstairs, they looked at each other, and he knew that she knew, and she said, got totally ticked off. "I don't want anything to do with you. Get out of my life." They go their separate ways. And then in the end, I know this is a surprise, but in the end, he comes to see that he's a travel writer. So he's on the road all the time. Mm-hmm. So he was like, this wasn't going to work out anyway. But in the end, he comes to see that he wants a family and he wants stability.
It's time to settle down.
It's time to settle down. And he didn't want to deceive Lucy. He really liked her. So he went and he told her that he liked her. And then they ended up kissing and making up. And Dad and fake travel writer ended up, she decided to not go to her cousins for Christmas. Like,
oh,
yeah. The
rude.
whole time she's been like, well, I can't stay. I have to get to my cousins. We do this every year. And then at the last second, Dad's like, well, you sure have made this place a lot prettier and nicer. And we'd love to have you through the holidays.
I feel kind of bad for her cousin.
I know. She totally ditched her cousins. She was like, at the end, she was like, well, I guess I see them every year.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
Did Sassafras know that Lucy thought the other lady was a travel writer?
Yes.
He did.
He did know. So it was like a lie upon a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she confided in him. That's why she was so embarrassed, because she confided in him. She said, he
knew the whole thing.
He knew the whole thing.
Family.
Yeah, she was like, this is my family, and we're like, this is my dad's house, and he's about to lose it. And so we really need to impress this woman, this travel writer. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So but in the end, it all worked out. And then it ended up with all of them. Well, first of all, here's another kind of Hallmark rare thing. The brother and sister-in-law ended up finding out they were pregnant on that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. They had been planning a trip around the world. They've worked and they did this whole exposition thing on the drive up. Like, she was like, can you believe that I sold my makeup company for $1 million and that you're a successful IT?
I love the exposition.
Yeah. He's like, no, I can't believe it. And finally, all our dreams are coming true. And this year-long tour around the world is going to be really amazing. And then she finds out she's pregnant, and there's that little thing. And then it was sweet, though. It was a sweet moment. And then she says, but we can't do all this stuff. And he says, this is the best thing ever. Don't worry about this. This is, of course, wonderful. And besides, we don't have to do it the way everybody else does it. We don't have to be the same kind of parents as everybody else, which made me laugh.
Famous last words.
Everybody says that.
Oh my
God. I cackled, which I just did just now. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing when I was watching. And I was like, okay, come see me in like 5 years when you've eaten at McDonald's every night for a year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it ends with everybody on Christmas Day gathering around and having a lovely time in their Christmas PJs. Sure, she's only known Sassafras for a few days, but they're curled up on the couch like they've known each other
he's
forever.
ready to change his whole life for her.
Yeah, and he did literally overnight, and now they're opening Christmas gifts together on Christmas morning.
That's how love is.
And that is the end. That is a 5-star Christmas.
That sounds like a good one. I'm going to have to watch that.
It was actually a very good one. I genuinely had some laugh out loud moments, especially with the grandpa. He was he played their maintenance guy, and then he just didn't know how to act. So when the people came in, he was like, I'm the maintenance man. I fix it. I come here over here.
What needs to be maintained?
He was really cute. I've seen him as silly grandpa in a couple other movies. So that is a 5-star Christmas.
I love it. Let's go through the tropes. The misunderstanding is obvious.
The misunderstanding, yes.
The travel writer double deception.
Yes. Sassafras is not who he says he is.
And neither is the other. And the lady, he wasn't the hot middle-aged lady, was not the writer, even though he knew that she thought that. Okay, it's all very confusing.
Right, which is why the dad was kind of like not wanting to be too forward with her, because
he wants to keep it professional.
He wanted to keep it professional, but he was like really liking her, and it was making him sad because his wife had been dead for 15 years, and here comes this lovely lady, and she's bringing him joy, but he doesn't want to mess up the thing.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, I'm glad it worked out for him.
Yeah, me too.
Precocious kid?
Precocious kids. I don't think there were any in this movie.
Oh, goodness.
No precocious children. No, and everyone was childless except brother and sister-in-law who were growing one.
Okay.
And I choose to believe that child will be born precocious.
Well, yeah. I get that. What about snowball fight or snow angels something?
Yes, I believe there was a snowball fight. There was a couple. I think there was, and there was snow. I think they happened at the same time, and there was snowman building.
Oh, okay.
Which was hilarious because they're like just this. Honest to God, the bed and breakfasts in Hallmark movies seem like absolute nightmares to me because there's all these activities that they plan.
Right. I want to sit here.
Right.
And they're watching
like,
Netflix.
Yeah.
Not doing the thing that I see. Yeah.
They're like, it's time for the snowman building portion of Bed and Breakfast Land. And it's like,
I'm very busy sitting here.
Yes. So they had a snowman building thing. Yeah.
Okay. Was there some kind of a challenge or like a Christmas Eve deadline for something?
The Christmas Eve deadline, I think we could count that the town Santa flaked off, and they needed the town festival to go because this was one of the activities that they were pitching to their guests.
Yeah.
So they weren't sure what to do, and then in the end the dad ended up being the Santa Claus and saving the Christmas festival.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, if I know that you're not really a Santa lover like I am, like crazy about Santa.
Right. You find it highly offensive that my family has never done Santa. My kids have never believed in Santa.
I do. I don't want to talk about it. It's too upsetting.
I asked my daughter the other day if she felt gypped out of something because we didn't do Santa. If she felt like we were cruel, and she said no. She said she didn't care. So there.
But if Sassafras was playing Santa, would you have waited in line to sit on his lap?
Hell yeah. He was a snack. This guy was a snack. He looked like he could fix my roof and, fix other things, if you know what I'm saying.
In your basement.
Just me, my...
Terrible.
This is a Hallmark podcast. What I meant was fix my plumbing.
I meant basement.
But that sounds worse, too. Never mind. He was a hunk. This guy was a hunk and a half. He may have been too hunky, but...
So for anyone who enjoys his hunkiness, you need to watch. There's a summer one. I'm trying to remember what it's called. If you Google it, you'll find it, though. He is a chef, and he's in France, I think, for the summer, like doing some French chefness. And his sister doesn't realize he's going to be at the family chateau for the summer. Because everybody has one.
Right.
And so she's a literary agent. So she sends an author that she knows who has writer's block to go spend the summer at the chateau. And the chateau has room for both of them, but the two really don't like each other. But I suggest this movie for you because he spends a lot of time at the pool.
Okay, fair. I will go find this movie. I will go find this movie. And maybe when we get to, like, maybe next summer, we should do like a couple of bonus Hallmark podcasts and do some summer fare.
I think it's only right.
Yeah, review some summer hunks. Okay, yep. So that's that.
Falling off a ladder, slipping on the ice.
Slipped on
Anyone get caught? Okay.
Yeah, she got caught. Slipped on the snow. And then it was actually a little bit sexy. She slipped on the snow and hurt her ass and I guess her ankle. And so he helps her inside. He's like, we got to put ice on it, of course. He helps her inside, and then he just like very casually puts his hands under her arms and lifts her up onto the counter. I was just like, ooh, where is this going? Well, you just got to pack a pea. Yeah, you just got to pack a peas out of the freezer and put it on her.
It's like a very thirsty Hallmark.
It really was. It really was. So yeah, there's that. Have we hit all the tropes?
I think so.
Yeah, as far as I can think of, the big event. The big event was the Christmas fest, which was Christmas Eve, and yeah, I think we got it. And in the end, as it turns out, I didn't tell you this part, that the little sister turns out to be actually a very talented cook.
I did not see that coming either.
Yeah, so
that was her true passion the whole time.
That was her true passion. So she had 9 majors, but
wow,
it was just, she should have just been cooking. So that is a 5-star Christmas, and everyone lived happily ever after.
And you give it 5 stars.
I give it 5 stars. I'd stay in this bed and breakfast, but I would not participate in any of the activities.
That's fair.
All right. What about you? What you got?
Okay, I did not love mine. Like it was fine. It wasn't like turn off the show kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's one that I'm going to have to watch every year. It was Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas with Lacey Chabert, which is not to be confused with Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas.
Yes.
Last year.
I was looking up that movie and I'm like, wait a minute. They're running out of
I did the same thing. I was like, didn't I see this? That wasn't a Lacey Chabert movie. And then at the end of this movie, they sing a song which was written at the end of the first movie. Because in the first movie, the guy's a musician and he's like, I need a Christmas song. I can't think of a Christmas song. And then, of course, he falls in love and comes up with them. And then at the end of this movie,
oh my goodness,
it's like a hit that these people are singing.
Okay, well, that's cute.
I was like, okay, Hallmark, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I see you.
All right, so this movie is about Sarah, Lacey Chabert, and her mom has passed away in the last year. This is her first Christmas without her mom, and she's a big shot lawyer out in like Portland or Seattle or something.
She's a busy businesswoman.
But she's come back to Brooklyn, where she's from, to help wrap up some of her mother's legal cases because her mom was also a big shot lawyer.
Okay.
And so I love this because at the beginning, they have to, like we were talking about with the exposition, they have to like cram everything in so we know her entire backstory. So it starts with her walking down the street looking powerful. She stops at this Christmas tree farm and it's like, Mr. Smith, whatever his name is. I just want you to know that I just got done with the court hearing, which apparently he didn't go to for some reason.
He had to sell the Christmas tree.
I just wanted to let you know that everything is fine and you can keep your business and that, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Right, great.
And the guy's like, thank you so much. I saved the best tree for you. And just like shoves a Christmas tree at her. And now she has to like carry this Christmas tree home through Brooklyn. It was incredible. He's like, here you go. Have a tree.
What was he going to do if he lost the case? He would be like,
I don't know.
Set the tree on fire.
Like, oh, I don't think I'm going to have a tree this year, but thank you. And he's like, no, this is yours. I don't know.
So she just was
like,
oh,
Christmas trees are unwieldy. They're not particularly heavy, but
no, they're very difficult. There's all those needles and sap.
And I just feel like walking through Brooklyn with a Christmas tree.
I don't know.
You're going to be bumping into people. They're not going to take it well. I just didn't.
I bet it's not that uncommon though, because how else do people in New York get their trees
You're
home?
Not going to drive home with it. But maybe you'd have 2 people so that one person could carry one end and one person could carry the other. I don't know.
Yeah, but she's obviously lonely because she's probably pretty busy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she goes home and she gets a call from her boss back out west saying, we love having you here. You're so great. We'll do anything you need. Do you think you're still going to be able to come back in January? And she's like, yes, I'm wrapping up the last of my mom's cases. I'll be back in January. I'm so excited to be a part of your big fancy firm. And he is like, well, to show our appreciation, we've sent you a surprise Christmas present. it should be there anytime. So after the call, she goes outside. There's no like big giant present, but there's this red envelope in her mail saying that she has a reservation at this inn. So she just assumes that it's from her boss or from the company.
Right.
And goes to this inn.
Okay, yeah. I like it when people get surprises in Hallmark, but they never follow up on the surprises. Like
No.
it could be an invitation from a serial killer, but
Right. Again, the surprise is murder. So she does call her boss, but she leaves him a voicemail being like, "Thank you. This inn looks beautiful. I'm so excited to get some time away, blah, blah, blah." And he doesn't call her back for like 2 days being like, "Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that wasn't from me."
Meanwhile, she's dead.
Like, So she gets to this inn, and there is a sexy young innkeeper who has just quit his big city job to buy the inn.
Okay.
It's his like first season owning the inn.
Very nice.
And then I really enjoyed when she goes up to her room, there's a man checking into a room across the hall, and he's like, "I guess we're neighbors." And she's like, "I guess so. I'm Sarah." And he goes, "Oh, that is a beautiful name." And I really like the name Sarah.
Yeah.
I do. And I know many Sarahs that I love, but it was like he has never heard this name before, and it just really struck him.
That is such a lame pickup line. So I'm gonna bust out somebody. My husband's best man at our wedding was super lame, and he really liked my roommate at the time. Her name is Rebecca. She was at the wedding. It was a very small wedding, and we're in the bar. We got married in a hotel lobby, and then we just all went to the bar afterwards. So we're in the bar, and now this guy like has no game. He's not really a ladies' man type, but he really thought my roommate was cute. And so I remember sitting next to him and him looking at her and going, "Tell me your name again." And she says Rebecca, and he says, "Rebecca, wow, that's a beautiful name." And I'll never forget the look on her face. Like I like my name, but it's pretty common name, dude. Like I just remember her slowly like inching over a little bit, like away from him. Oh, I don't know, that reminded me of it. Poor guy. Yeah.
Well, and that's what made this even funnier too, because she introduces himself and he is like astounded by this name, and then he goes, "My name's Jasper." And I'm like, "So you have a really unusual name."
Yeah.
Whatever. So, and he says that his wife got him the trip for Christmas or something, which I was like, would you give your husband a trip and be like,
"No,
see you after Christmas"? That's
nope.
weird.
Nope.
So we've got a few people. We've got him, and then there's a man. I don't know. He's probably in his 40s, and he's there with like his tween daughter, and they're having trouble connecting. I think he's divorced, and she's on her phone all the time. And then the innkeeper's sister shows up, and she wants them to get together. It's that whole thing where like nobody can have a normal interaction because now the sister knows they're attracted.
Right. Right.
So the whole time they're trying to figure out who invited her to this thing.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. Which one of these characters is Leon?
Oh, so Leon.
And for our listeners who don't know, Leon is a singer, an actor, and he used to date Madonna. He's most well known for, he was in the Like a Prayer video in the 80s, which was like a huge scandal, but I'm a big fan of Leon.
So he was Jasper.
Okay.
Who thought that Sarah was
Sarah
such
had
a
a beautiful name. Okay.
Yeah. And obviously he's musical, and then it turns out that the daughter who can't connect with her dad is into music, so they all kind of jam together and brings her out of her shell. So it's kind of but as we're going along, we realize that like Jasper, his wife, has also passed away, and she so he's like, "Well, I guess she left me this like same like mystery red envelope." And I'm like, "Is this like a weird inn where your dead relatives send you a thing?"
That's what I'm thinking. Like, is the wife dead?
Yeah, so she is. So he's widowed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I thought that was weird too. I was like, "Why are you here without your wife?"
Yeah.
So he got a red envelope, and it turns out that everybody there was invited by this mysterious red envelope, and they all just assume that it's from, so and so, but nobody checked. Well, no, one guy did check, and he's like, it was from my brother. He said he didn't send it, but I know he was kidding, and I'm like,
okay,
maybe just trust him and don't go.
Okay.
So they try to go through like the old, computer system, and there's nobody's name in it, and they try to look up a credit card receipt, but they paid in prepaid credit cards, which again, I'd be like, this is getting very fishy. I am leaving.
Yes.
But instead, they do all the stuff. You know, they go for walks in the snow and they sit around at night and they paint ornaments together. And
oh, nice.
they do all this stuff. So
everyone's kind of just settling in then. They're just
right,
like,
they're
we're
just
just
like
going to go with this. Okay.
Where to me, it reminded me of Clue, where everybody was invited by Mr. Body and nobody knows why.
Yeah.
That's what I kept thinking. I was like, somebody's going to die. But nobody died, actually. Except for all the people who were dead before.
Right. They were already dead, though. We didn't have to experience that pain. Yeah.
So let's see. So they paint the ornaments, they play music together. They're just having a great little Christmas.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, they are trying to solve the mystery of who invited them all. And it turns out that they were invited by Frenchie. And Frenchie is the woman who just sold the inn to the young innkeeper. Because when she was starting the inn and having a really rough Christmas, all of these random people got snowed in and had to stay there. And they loved their time there, and they made her realize that she could do it. And it was like a whole new experience for her. So she decided that when she sold the inn, and it was this guy's first Christmas, and he was probably having doubts, she was going to invite like the descendants of the original.
Oh my gosh.
Or like the Jasper, you know, I think he had actually been there, but he was a child.
Right.
Because they found this picture where she's like, oh my gosh, that's my mom. And the guy was like, wait, that's me as a little boy under the tree. And they realized that everybody knew somebody from this picture.
And now this feels creepy.
It was super weird. It was super weird. And it was just a lot of it actually didn't have a lot of the tropes, or I was so not invested in this movie that I just didn't even notice them, because I was like, is this movie? I love Lacey Chabert. The lead was great. They did a great job. It was just such a weird premise that it just kind of made me uncomfortable to watch it, honestly.
Really? I was wondering, because this is one of the movies that I actually wanted to see, which is why I want to get the Movies and Mystery Channel to see this movie, and you gave us that great app. And oh, by the way, this reminds me, we don't have time to do it today, but next episode I did get a letter from Kelsey, whose husband is a Navy officer, I guess, and she watched USS Christmas, so she wanted to kind of chime in about all of the fact check. So in a fun way. I mean, she loves these movies too, like we do. So we'll do that next episode, because I want to share that with you, but we don't have a lot of time today. I wanted to see it. To me, it looked like a really interesting concept, but I guess Hallmark, I thought
it was awkward to me.
Was it? It just, here's what I think. I think that, because I did watch a Hallmark movie that they were playing on the Hallmark Channel, which was an older one, but it had originally been on Murders and Mysteries. And I think that the vibe is different on that channel. I don't think murder goes with Christmas in the Hallmark.
And there was no actual murder. But
a lot of dead people.
There were dead people. So I think the way that they like brand them is Hallmark is for like Hallmark Movies and Mysteries is for the like more sentimental, deep feelings ones. Okay. And then Hallmark Channel is like the romantic comedy ones.
Okay.
And I like some of the more sentimental ones. You know, they never get like overboard dramatic, you know. But I don't know. I wasn't crazy about this one. And then I had forgotten what the title was. I'd forgotten that it was Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas instead of Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas. You idiot. I know. And then at the end, they're all like getting together and they're singing, you know, one of the Jasper. Yeah. He was a musician. He was like a retired musician. And so he's singing this Christmas song, which I guess was one of his from like the 60s or something. Oh. And then the dad and the daughter are playing along and singing along. And I was like, this song is so familiar, but it's not like a regular, I was like, it's not like one that I hear on the radio on my little Sirius Christmas channels. Like, where do I know this song? Oh, it's the song that the guy wrote in Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas. So it's not even like they made it a song by the same star to make you go back and watch the old one. Yeah. Or if they did not do a good job of making that clear, because I just thought it was a Leon song. Yeah, that's kind of a missed opportunity there, because either it's clever or lazy. Right. Either one, like they just didn't want to have to buy the rights to a new. That's what I was thinking. They were like, we already have this song that we bought, so. And so in the end, I'm going to put my bets down on that Lacey got together with the innkeeper. Did they fall? They did. Yep, they worked it out. And what about Jasper? Did he get a happy ending? Sorry, this is a family podcast.
Basements and happy
this is an
endings.
edgy episode. He's doing okay. Like, he's, hanging out with the other families there and feels like he's found a new home.
Okay.
And,
All right. And then the other people reconnected.
Yeah, and the guy and his daughter,
Yeah.
are friends now, and they're playing music together, and they understand each other a little better, and all that kind of jazz.
Okay. Very nice. So should we go through the tropes, or are you saying there just weren't a lot? Was there a snowball fight?
Aside from decorating ornaments,
Lots of decorating.
So, like, there was a craft involved, but there wasn't really.
There wasn't like I guess I suppose the challenge was figuring out who sent them.
Right, it was figuring out who invited them all.
All right. Well, maybe I'm not so hard pressed to see this movie then.
Yeah.
Although we're both huge Lacey Chabert fans, and in the Hallmark universe, not my fave means still sit down and watch it.
Right, exactly.
All right, we're running out of time. Let's move on quickly. I want to tell our listeners that today's a tight episode. We both have stuff to do, so we're not going to work on this story today, but Amelia and I are going to work. We have to write a couple paragraphs of the story to get the AI going. So we're going to work on that ourselves over the weekend, and then next episode we'll plug it into the AI and see what the AI gives us. So we haven't forgotten. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to ask two questions. The first question, second question will be any nominations you have for future Hallmark stars. Okay. First question is, in the Hallmark universe, by the way, I watched Switched at Christmas the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you called it the Christmas Switch, but it's Switched at Christmas.
That's embarrassing for me, and I apologize.
Oh my gosh. I know. I was like, Amelia is so stupid.
So stupid. So stupid.
It was super cute. You're right. I did like it. Back in the era when they didn't really have the budget to film in colder months, so they just had to put a bunch of bubbles on the trees, and then
this was from last year.
Oh shoot. It's so green. The whole thing is so green and sunny, and there's just soap bubbles everywhere. Like the trees are dripping with soap because that's how they make their snow. But it was super cute. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you that it was a really cute movie. But in that movie, both sisters, Candace Cameron plays twins. They both have to plan a Christmas party, and everyone's always planning Christmas parties. And they plan the party, and then inevitably and it's just a plain party, or it always ends up being just hors d'oeuvres and some music and maybe a cookie decorating station. And everyone's always like, "This is the best party ever! How did you ever put this together? No one could have ever done this."
Right.
And I'm always like, these parties are always so plain.
These are very average parties.
These are nice parties. I know it's not easy to throw a big office party, but I mean, come on. So I wanted to ask you if you had any ideas for if you were in the Hallmark universe and you had to throw the office Christmas party to impress anyone, what elements would you put in your office Christmas party?
So when I was thinking about this, I think the problem with the parties that they have is that they are so average and generic, and you could sort of plug that party into any group.
Yeah.
I feel like they just need to be a little more customized to whatever the group is. If they're working at, I don't know, a bakery, there could be more. I mean, that's a terrible example because obviously there's going to be bakeries at a party anyway. But I mean, you can give things a little bit more of a theme. You can have, music that kind of goes with a vibe that you're trying to set rather than just whatever DJ set list he's playing at every other Christmas party. And I think that is the biggest problem that I have is that they are so generic and can be applied to absolutely any Christmas situation. I don't feel like it's just one thing, although I feel like they're always very brightly lit. And you feel like you're still at the office.
Yes.
That's one thing that I do notice.
Worst. You don't want to see, once you start drinking that Christmas punch, no one wants to see their sins on the copy machine.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. So I was really thinking about it, and I was thinking I was actually thinking about I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Office Christmas Party. It's a silly Christmas movie with a bunch of comedians, and Jason Bateman's in it, and it's one of those silly shenanigans, adventurous, and one night movies. And honestly, I actually recommend it. It's actually so stupid that it's funny. But they did a couple of things in there, and I was like, this is what I would do if I was Candace Cameron Bure. Number one, I would have one of those money machines where the money flies all around. You get into it and you have 15 seconds to grab. Because listen, Nobody
Okay.
cares about the damn champagne at the Christmas party. You know what your employees want? Bonuses. They want
Right.
money. And I can remember back before the Obama recession, when my husband's industry was doing really well, the people in that industry, when they would have Christmas parties, it would be like there'd be a raffle where they'd be giving out thousands of dollars in these raffles. I mean, I've gotten diamonds from some of these
Wow.
parties way in the
Yeah.
past when we were doing really well. And so that, I think that's what people want. They want money. So I want that money machine. I think people will really enjoy
Yeah.
that. You get a few cocktails in you. That's a Christmas party. And then one of those fake snow, like a snow machine, not with real snow, but just with like the fake paper snow.
Yeah.
And then you blast it. And I got this idea from Office Christmas Party, but then you just put a bag of cocaine in it and just blast that out. I'd like to
Okay.
see the Hallmark office party with everybody high on cocaine.
I would like to see HR the next day being like, what did you do?
That's how I would do it. I don't know. I like your idea better though. I do like the money machine. I think that's actually a brilliant idea. I like your idea better though. Just like more thematic.
Yeah, and just kind of thoughtful. It's like
Yeah.
for all the work they put into it, they don't put
Yeah.
a ton of thought into
Yeah.
it.
Cookie decorating station.
Yeah.
Music and
And even that stuff, you can have cookies, but like, what about some shapes that aren't, a bell or an ornament or whatever? You can
Right.
make this fun.
well that and in Switched at Christmas, one of the things that Candace Cameron Bure did, which I thought was clever, was they worked at an architecture firm, and so she built gingerbread houses to represent all
Yes.
of their buildings for the year that they had put
Yeah.
up. So I thought that was kind of clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. We need more of that.
Yeah, we need more of that. All right, we've got to move on because we're coming up against our deadline here. Amelia, have you put any thought into any future Hallmark stars? I think at the end of our podcast season here, I'm going to compile this list and send it to
Ooh.
Hallmark.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So I have a wacky one and a more realistic one.
Okay.
But I think that it would be hilarious to get James Franco in one.
Oh my gosh, yes. He would do it too.
And he would be so earnest.
Yes. Oh God, we got to make this happen.
I really want James Franco
He
in
would
one.
totally do it too.
I know.
All right, that's a brilliant one. I like it. Going on the list.
And then my more realistic one was, how much did we all love Jonathan Taylor Thomas in the 90s?
Oh. Yes. I wonder if he's still working
I don't know.
or if he wants to.
I'll look him up while you tell me yours.
I heard he had a real tough time in Hollywood when he was a kid, and so it kind
Oh.
of burned him. But maybe now that he's an adult, maybe he's ready to get back into some more tame.
Yeah.
And Hallmark is outside of Hollywood, which I hear is why a lot of people like Lacey Chabert like doing Hallmark. It's a steady gig, and it's nice. People are nice.
So it looks like he works here and there, but he's not like,
Okay, it's not like hugely
Yeah.
pursuing acting, but doing
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay, well, he's
So, yeah.
available.
mm-hmm.
He was such a cutie. I love it. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I actually do have the same kind of throwback suggestion. A lot of my suggestions come because I'm watching TV and then I see people on TV. I'm like,
Yes.
oh yeah. So I was watching Cobra Kai this week. Do you watch Cobra Kai?
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
I am not at the end of the second season yet. I'm trying to catch up because third season's about to come out. Why not bring back Billy Zabka
Yes.
for a nice, like, more
I'm in.
mature plot line? I know he's a little older. Like, he's probably close to 50, if not 50,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's that much older than we are. Like, I remember being a teenager and loving him, and he was a teenager.
Right.
So
no, I think he could totally work.
yeah, Billy Zabka, I think he'd be great, and he's fantastic in Cobra Kai, and I'd love to see him do
see.
more things.
Born in 1965.
Oh no, he's old.
Okay, so Billy Zabka can be the B storyline where the parents get together.
He could be, but I do think
He's not quite
could-
old. He's not old enough for that though.
I
either.
think he can get away with an A plot. I do. And
I
then
do too.
I watched Christmas She Wrote with Danica McKellar last night, and her co-star Dylan, what's his face, he used to be on Days of Our Lives years ago. He's clearly older. Even my husband was like, he's old. He seems too old for this. He's clearly in his like mid to late 50s, and that was her love interest. So my other one is from Cobra Kai as well. It's the girl who plays the daughter of Ralph Macchio. Her name is Mary Mouser.
Oh, I really like her.
I like her. She's got a really sweet aura to her, and she's got that kind of saccharine thing down, that kind of innocent but spicy thing down. I like her. I think she could go into the Hallmark universe right now. Actually, I think she's in her 20s, so she probably has a place there. Maybe they want to get a few years on her, but I think she'd be a great candidate.
I like that. I co-sign that very hard in permanent marker.
Fabulous.
That's how hard I co-sign it.
Nice. All right, we've got it.